I definitely think he should win the defamation.
Yeah.
Because they like prove that he lost Pirates of the Caribbean because of his
And
reputation.
that's like one of the highest grossing series of
that
all
paid
time.
for probably like 10 of his 30 houses.
Yeah. And all the drinks that Amber Heard drank.
Oh my God, dude. That dude just lives on drugs, dude. But I'm like, so Johnny Depp became famous at like 20 years old.
He did?
Yeah.
Dang.
I forgot what the first movie he was in, but yeah, he was like 20 years old. So like, I feel like if you get that rich and that famous, that young, kind of like Justin Bieber, I mean, like if I did, I'd for sure be on drugs. Guess who's back? Back again. Alex back. Tell your friends.
I'm back. Episode 3. YouTube episode 2.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alex's third podcast.
Technology.
He's been on 3. The first one we lost the video because my phone's great. And yeah, so Alex is back today, and we're going to talk about some juicy stuff. But first, Alex has volunteered to help me get more subscribers.
Yes, I have. We talked about it, and I've agreed to it. I'm really agreeing to a lot here.
Yeah.
It being only my 3rd episode, but I'm down. I'm down for the cause. So let's talk about it.
All right. So Alex said if we can get to 2,000 subscribers by July 1st, 2022, let's clarify that.
Almost exactly 2 months away from recording this date of recording.
Yeah. From the date of recording, 2 months away. If we hit 2,000 subscribers, he will get a tattoo chosen by you guys.
Chosen by the community. We'll do a poll on whatever social is probably most popular.
Yeah, we'll do a poll probably on like my Instagram.
And whatever gets the most suggestions, we'll go through all of them. I will get a tattoo of probably on my ass because if it's a community and people are voting on it, it's going to probably be terrible, but don't make it racist. And if all you can come up with is a dick, I'll be really disappointed. So make it good.
Yeah, so we'll probably have you guys draw some stuff and send some stuff in, and then probably the tattoo artist will make it a little better.
Yes,
but it'll be like the basic idea.
Or it could also just be the podcast.
Could be the logo, which puts a lot of pressure on me because if I quit doing this podcast in 5 years, he just has
I'll carry the burden around.
A non-existent podcast on his ass.
Yeah.
But then you could start a new podcast called Tattoo on My Ass or something.
Yeah. The story of how I got a tattoo on my ass.
Yeah.
No. Well, I did volunteer for this. So what is the sub goal then for July 1st? It's 2,000?
2,000.
Okay. 2K subs by July 1st. If we can do it, we got real estate on my ass.
Yeah. And we're at 450 right now. So it's a pretty big jump. So tell your friends if you want to see him get a tattoo on your ass.
That's right. Tell all your friends about your new favorite podcast. All right.
So have you seen this Amber Heard Johnny Depp stuff? I know you have. You told me when you came in.
I have, yes. So I've been trying to keep up with it. The internet has been loving it. Like people will post clips of it on like YouTube or Reddit or whatever. And I literally clicked on one today that had been up for an hour and it had 1.5 million views.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. So the internet is on fire about it. So
I've been watching it too, and she's definitely crazy.
Yeah, but in what sense? Because she has like people think she has like the borderline multiple personality
So she
disorder.
has histrionic personality disorder, which is that's what the psychiatrist diagnosed her with, and she had compared it to what's the one that you said? Borderline. Yeah, she compared it to borderline personality disorder and to bipolar.
Right.
So I think most people probably think now that she has why do I keep forgetting what the hell? No, the one that you said.
Borderline.
Borderline. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. People probably think she has borderline because the doctor compared what she has to borderline.
Right.
But it's histrionic, and I don't really know what it is really.
Yeah, and then she pushed it a step further by literally copying the psychiatrist's hair, and people think that is like another dead giveaway because she I was watching a TikTok, and the psychiatrist was well received during like the trial, and so she like copied her hairdo. It's like she's nuts, but it's crazy, man. I think the internet's having a really fun time like dumping on her, and I'm super glad that Johnny Depp is finally getting his time to like get the weight off his chest. Like everyone is saying that after his testimony that he looked like he had like a weight lifted off of him.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because he was able to finally tell his story after like these years of not being able to talk about it.
It's crazy.
It's got to feel good.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely think he should win the defamation.
Yeah.
Because they like prove that he lost Pirates of the Caribbean because of his reputation.
And that's like one of the highest grossing series.
Oh, yeah. That paid for probably like 10 of his 30 houses.
Yeah. Yeah. And all the drinks that Amber Heard drank.
Oh my God, dude. That dude just lives on drugs, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so Johnny Depp became famous at like 20 years old.
He did?
Yeah.
Dang.
I forgot what the first movie he was in, but yeah, he was like 20 years old. So like, I feel like if you get that rich and that famous, that young, kind of like Justin Bieber, I mean, like if I did, I'd for sure be on drugs. I mean, I got like an addictive personality to begin with.
Yeah, at a certain point, you see all the sites and what you probably just like you got nothing else to see your money on. Spend money on, you know.
Pull that like right in front of your face. See how my waves appear. Yeah, dude, I would for sure be a fucking drug addict if I was like famous when I was 20.
I mean, yeah, you could. Yeah, and like good drugs are expensive.
Yeah,
so
that was hilarious.
I will say good, but I mean like drugs are terrible. But yeah,
it's so fun to watch the trial because Johnny Depp is so like good at speaking. Like he sounds so interesting. And it was so hilarious when the lawyer was like, "Did you keep cocaine in that box?" Yeah. And he's like, "I don't know, but it looks like it could hold some cocaine."
Yeah, dude, I could not believe it when I heard that her lawyer's name is Rottenborn.
Is it?
His last name is Rottenborn.
Yeah, that's like Jason Bourne's like evil twin.
Like how the freak do you like sell yourself as a lawyer with the name Rottenborn?
That's his last name?
That's the guy that's representing her.
It's not like first name Rotten, last name Bourne.
No, like that's his last name. Like Mr. Rottenborn. Yeah.
What's his that's a good lawyer name actually.
It's terrible.
Cuz he's like a shiesty lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean it's perfect for him because he's a piece of shit, but whatever.
Yeah. He's just trying to get that money, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. He's trying to get the Amber Heard money. He's trying to get a little slice of the Aquaman money.
That's crazy how much money they make.
Yeah, it is. It's
high
outrageous.
profile lawyers. Dude, it's crazy. Listening to Johnny Depp, like how many houses and stuff he has, and like hearing his financial advisor speak.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he was in safe house number 1. It's like, oh, yeah, great.
Like, how do people have that much money?
Out of how many exactly? Where are they?
He just has so much, dude.
Yeah, and God, another awesome clip I saw. It was his. They were like asking his driver questions, and they were like, "Oh, did you ever see the marks on her?" And the driver was literally like, "What abuse?" And just like stood there, just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I never saw anything. And I was like, "Dang, that guy knows where his bread is buttered."
Yeah,
you know
that too. But it's like, did Johnny ever hit her?
He says he never hit a woman.
He says he never hit her, and then like, there's plenty of people testifying to seeing him bruised up. And no one ever said they saw anything on her. Right.
I think that I do believe that he probably never laid a hand on her, but I think even in just fighting, even in a house, like even if you don't lay a hand on each other, if you're banging on shit, throwing shit, you're going to get banged up. Like she might have had stuff like that. You know, if they were throwing shit at each other.
Yeah, but like from herself. I don't think they threw stuff at each other. Well, maybe. I mean, he was like slamming those cabinets and like breaking glasses in the sink is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
So that can be scary, but also it's like she could have walked away.
Yeah, either of them could have walked away, and they were just. Yeah, I just think they're just terrible for each other. Honestly.
Yeah, they're just terrible for each other. Like, yeah, if you just put two like psychopaths together.
Yeah, and that's what happens. Well, two rich psychopaths, I guess. Yeah. Well, Johnny Depp's not a psychopath.
He's not, but he's like.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's just like an addict.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Which can like change your personality like a lot. Definitely fuel some anger depending on what kind of drugs you're using.
Yeah, they can definitely transform you into a different person for sure.
Yeah.
Do you I guess I was going to ask you something. You sent me the best text message yesterday. And you said that you finished
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you think? What did you think about the ending? Actually, that's my first question. Is what did you think about the ending?
I thought it was a good ending. Like, it wasn't bad. It was cool. Like, I didn't expect it. Everything on Game of Thrones is like, you don't expect it. You know what I mean?
Definitely didn't expect it.
Would you expect that Jon was going to become king?
No, I didn't expect any of that, I guess. I just think...
Spoiler alert, BT dubs.
Yeah, I guess this is full spoiler territory at this point for Game of Thrones, but the show ended like 3-4 years ago at this point. So if you're not up to date, go out and fucking watch it. Anyway, I didn't expect Bran. The people that watched it year from year,
right,
never thought Bran was going to end up on the throne.
I never thought either.
And apparently the like consensus is that if you binge watch the show, you're actually, people like don't mind the ending as much because the twist from, spoiler again, Dany going from like this like messiah, like good, like figure to being an evil tyrant, that happens quicker when you binge it.
Yeah.
But when you watch it for 10 years, at the very last year, they're just like, oh, she's evil.
Yeah.
And it's like for the ending, for the people that watched it from year to year, I think it was a big fart.
Oh yeah, it felt like that too. But yeah, I'm sure if it was a little more spread out. Yeah.
I watched it from season to season, starting in season like 3. So I think we watched it for 6 years straight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the change from her going like, from like nice to evil, it was very quick.
Didn't make any sense.
It was so random and quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it was
Good
so
one,
weird
George.
because they like show her the whole time like, they're like, oh, she's different than all the other Targaryens have been. And then she just snaps. And it's crazy because she took over the city and literally they rang the bells and she won. And then all of a sudden she just burns everything to the ground. You're like, why the fuck did you do that?
For no reason.
Like literally no reason at all.
Yeah.
That's
what a big fart.
We were literally...
And the part that I hate the most is when they ask Bran if he'll be like the emperor or whatever, the fucking king.
Emperor.
Emperor. Yeah. Sorry, I've been into Dune lately. They have emperors. When they ask him to be king, he literally looks at them dead in the face and goes, "Why do you think I came all this way?" And I was like, "What the?"
When he literally was like, "I don't want it."
Yeah.
And then like 2 seconds later, but if we asked you to, why do you think I came all this way?
Yeah. It's like, get the heck out of here, man.
What? He had 2,000 years to think of that response in like one moment because he can just think about everything.
He went into the past and the future. Yeah. So what did you think about the long night episode that was pitch black? Where the Night Kings fight.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
That was nuts, dude. I don't know how they fucking... It was sick that Arya was the fucking, what do you call it? Hero.
The hero in the end.
That was so sick. I didn't expect it. I like so did not expect it. But it's like, you should have, because Arya's been just becoming a badass for years.
Yeah. She had trained for that one moment.
Yeah.
You know what's actually really cool? I don't know if it's like something that's like officially stated, but the like the stunt choreographer and like the person that did the scene for that was the same person that worked on like a movie a couple years beforehand. It was like a foreign film, and they used that exact same like
drop the
knife drop trick in the other film that he uses to like kill a guy.
You know, it's funny because I saw that in something else recently.
Really?
But I don't remember what it was because when I saw her do that, I was like, I saw that in another movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was that one.
I think it was inspired by that kind
but
of
I'm
trick.
sure it's been in other movies.
Probably.
Yeah, I forgot what movie I was watching, but someone definitely did that. They dropped the knife, caught it, stabbed him.
Yeah, I don't know what you were watching, but I think the one before that with the same like choreographer, I think it was some type of action movie, but I think it was a foreign film.
Probably not then.
Yeah.
I don't speak at the Deutsch, you know?
No Deutsch.
Yeah. Game of Thrones is sick.
It is sick, dude. So, yeah, man. Okay. I guess.
I didn't expect like that whole... I didn't watch it for years because when I heard people talking about it, or just like the name Game of Thrones, like I just thought it was going to be so stupid and like old Renaissance-y and like dumb. And I just didn't know why people loved it so much.
Yeah.
But now that I watched it, I'm like, oh, it was like not what I expected. And it was so sick.
Like, oh, this is so cool.
And it's crazy. Like literally every single thing you think is going to happen, like doesn't happen.
Right.
They always change it up. There's never a happy ending.
Yeah.
Like there's rarely ones.
Yeah. It stifles your expectations.
Yeah.
It's a really good show overall, but man, that ending, I just can't
like you wanted Daenerys and Jon to like get married and live.
I get not really. I didn't even want them together.
I just
didn't like the Bran ending personally. I didn't want him to be the king.
But did you want Daenerys to be queen?
Not really. I mean, I could have.
I kind of wanted her to like earlier on for sure.
I kind of wish she would have just stayed in the East. If she would have stayed in the East, she would have been fine.
Yeah, just like why did you need Westeros?
Right.
You already have half the world.
Right.
Why do you want the other half instead?
It was like some ancestral feud she had, and she felt like she was, the entitled to, and it got her fucking killed. Look at that. So
she started making the wrong choices, and then her killing Varys.
Yeah,
and he was so right.
Dude, you should look up the cast doing the table reading of that scene where he dies.
When Varys dies?
Yeah, the actor that plays him is like upset when he hears that that's how he dies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, and all the cast is like all bummed out. It's like really lame.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he should have lived to the end too.
Yeah, Varys was cool. Obviously Littlefinger getting his comeuppance is like one of the best scenes in the entire show.
Oh yeah,
but I thought Varys was going to definitely end up somewhere in the end, and he kind of did. But he
got pretty close to the end.
That monologue that they like, that back and forth that Littlefinger and Varys have, like in season 1 in King's Landing when they're right in front of the throne, they literally go like all the way to the end of the show. Like they were like pulling the strings for like half the show. So cool.
Yeah, the bad guys and the good guys. Like Varys, really, all he cared about was like the good of everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Even though he's kind of a weirdo, yeah, he really did.
And Littlefinger only cared about himself. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Littlefinger, dude, I fucking hated him.
He died in one of the coolest ways possible, though.
Yeah, I know they tricked him. That was the best.
Yeah, they pulled the old sister swapper. Yeah,
to like, pretend like you're gonna kill Arya, and then you fucking flip it on this douche.
Yeah,
dude, I hated when he sold Arya to the fucking Boltons. Like those whole
Sansa.
Yeah, Sansa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was another,
like those few like 10 episodes or whatever when she was like being raped and tortured by the Bolton. I just like felt sick the whole time.
Yeah, it's a real gut punch, but it makes his ending so much better.
Yeah,
you know
what's crazy is like all these really bad guys, I wanted them to have like such a more drawn out death, like a tortured death. Like him being eaten by the dogs, like. It's already been a spoiler. Him being eaten by the dogs is like, he should have been tortured for like 3 years and then fed to the dogs.
But him getting fed to his own dogs, like in that chair, pretty baller.
It was sweet.
Yeah,
and then she's just looking at him, like, Sansa became a badass. They literally all became badasses.
They all rose to the occasion. Well, some of them did, except
2 of them died.
Yeah,
2 Starks. One literally never had like anything. Like, what's his name? Rickon never really had like any lines or any importance.
Well, a lot more than story. 2 died because it was Catelyn, Ned.
Oh, I don't mean the kids.
And then who was the one that got at the red wedding? The older guy.
That was Rob.
And then Rickon.
King of the North.
Yeah. King of the North.
King of the North. Fucking 3 of them became King Queens of the North.
Yeah. Yeah. Sansa's like crowning is so cool.
Yeah, it's cool that she like keeps the North separate. She's a little badass too.
It's a pretty smart move too.
It's cool that she became a queen after all she went through.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, man, Jaime Lannister, like I hated him at first, but then they make him.
He goes full circle. First, he goes 180, and you go from hating him to liking him.
Yeah, and
then you go from liking him to hating him again in the end. It's terrible.
And I didn't even terribly hate him at the end. It was just like, why'd you make that decision? You know,
right? Yeah, and it ultimately gets him killed.
Yeah,
you know,
fucking this idiot. It's funny that him and Cersei were literally twins in the womb together, and then they die like under a pile of rock, like they're in the womb.
Yeah, very poetic.
Yeah,
gross. Yeah. All that, literally the entire events of the show kicked off because he pushed Bran out the window, which was really cool. Because he was literally with his sister. It's like, gross.
Like one does when they're banging their sister. Push someone off the...
Different times.
Off the roof. Yeah. Dude, if Cersei was my sister...
Yeah.
They only say that because it's not literally my sister.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't I'm sure he wasn't the first guy that was like clapping cheeks and like a kid saw and he pushed him out the window.
Yeah, that happened before.
That has to have happened before.
That's happened in the last 10 years, probably.
Probably multiple times, yeah.
Probably people's own kids. They fucking walk in the room at the wrong time. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Throw them off the bed. They break their back.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell the doctor, like, I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, God. Now it got dark. Dude, but you know what is not the same as Game of Thrones at all, but let me explain. So you just finished Game of Thrones, which is amazing. And unfortunately, steering 180 from Game of Thrones, I've been watching Degrassi, The Next Generation, which is the Game of Thrones of teen dramas.
Yeah.
It is so good, dude. Like, how much of the show did you watch when we were young? Because I know you and T loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't remember. I feel like I watched almost all of it.
You had to have seen most of it.
I've seen most of it.
So who's your favorite character?
Not Drake.
Oh, dude, you don't like Aubrey Graham?
He's all right.
Dude, every time I see his name, I just go laugh.
Dude,
it's such a dorky name.
That's so funny that he was in that, and then now he's like one of the best rappers of all time.
I know.
Or like music artists.
And it's all because he got that bullet lodged in his spine.
Yeah. And then he got a robot spine. Now he can walk again.
Yeah.
But who's my favorite character? I don't know. I feel like...
Was he your favorite?
No.
There's no way he was your favorite.
No, he wasn't. I don't know. I liked them all. Like, I liked Emma.
Yeah.
And then...
She's like the main character.
The hot little Mexican one.
Manny.
But I was just like a horny little kid when I was watching that. So I was just like, who's the hottest?
Yeah. Yeah, well, watching
and
it.
Manny wore a thong, and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, the thong episode is classic. Yeah, the show though has like so many good like messages in it though, and I was like, we were looking into it lately because we were watching it, and it's won like so many awards for being like groundbreaking and like showing stuff that like a lot of stuff like on TV
they act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's just been really fun watching it again, even though that show is just like literally just a soap opera. It's been so much fun. This show's
it was a good show. Yeah. I remember I loved it. Mm-hmm. I forgot how I watched it because it was probably like one of those shows that was on some kind of channel that you had if you were poor.
It was on Nick at Night no, it wasn't. No.
I started watching it on something weird, like some weird channel.
I don't know. But yeah, it was on Canadian television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I loved it. And then I remember like JT got stabbed.
Yeah. He
was like supposed to steal oxys for this dude from the pharmacy.
Was he?
Yeah, so like this...
Shit, I don't remember that. I know he dies in season 6.
Yeah, this dude with a limp is like addicted to oxy. Mm-hmm. And JT has like an assistant job at a pharmacy. Mm-hmm. And the dude's like, you're going to give me some oxys, blah, blah. So he did it like a couple times. And then I think he couldn't do it one time or something. And the dude just stabs him. And he like dies.
No, that's not how he dies.
He dies from a stab wound.
He dies from a stab wound, but he dies from a stab wound from a kid at a rival school.
It's not from the oxy dealer? Mm-mm. Oh, so the oxy dealer beat him up then for sure.
Probably beat him up for sure. But he gets stabbed because the two rival schools were warring, and JT was dating a girl from the rival school. He was dating the girl that has like
the black girl that he got pregnant.
No, he was dating the girl that had the daughter already. The one who had, I think her name is Mia, the character. He was dating Mia from the other school, and then at the party, no one cares about this, but at the party, he says something to one of the students, and they literally pull a switchblade out and stab him.
Huh. Because I knew he got that girl pregnant.
He did, and she keeps it, but she's pregnant when he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then they literally put a cap and gown on his memorial after graduation, and it's literally the saddest fucking thing ever.
Did he pass all his classes, or?
Well... That was good. Oh man, that was good.
No Kid Left Behind.
Oh no. Oh man.
Oh man.
They're like, it's graduation day. Dig him up.
That's hilarious. They just push his coffin across the stage.
It's Canada. I mean, they can. It's a utopia up there.
Oh, dude.
That was fucking funny, dude.
Another show that people probably will care about. Spoiler alert again. This is a newer one.
Oh, yeah.
Euphoria.
Dude,
but I'm only like 3 episodes in or 4 episodes in or something.
Okay. Yeah, Euphoria is more of a Caitlin thing. I've watched most of it through proxy, though. So I've seen like the first handful of episodes in season 1. And then I think I've seen all of season 2. But I missed like the second half of season 1. But season 2 gets you caught up. So.
Yeah, I'm on like episode 4. And I have never in my life seen so many dicks on a TV show.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's so like uncomfortable. I'm like, I can't believe like you can never watch that with like your parents or some shit, dude.
No.
That would be the most awkward show on the planet to watch.
Yeah.
Because like boobs in shows, like everyone's used to that because that happens a lot, you know? Mm-hmm. But like Game of Thrones is awkward to watch with your parents too because people are just straight banging.
Yeah.
But
not a show to watch with your parents. None of these are.
But Euphoria is like way worse. Degrassi you could.
Yeah.
It's like no big deal.
You know, you might experience some teen angst.
Depends
so
who
maybe not.
Parents are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
no, Euphoria really pushes it. Like
they do.
In the first episode, they hit you with the shock factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the dad thing with the girl. Mm-hmm. The thing that I'm confused about right now, which don't clarify because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But the tall dude, the main character, angry tall dude.
Yeah.
Nate, yeah.
Nate.
I don't get like when he's talking to the transgender girl for like 2 months or whatever, and then he goes and meets her at the lake, and then he kisses her, and then he like threatens her, like don't tell anyone about my dad, basically. I don't get like, does he actually like her, or is he just a fucking psycho? Like, I don't get it. I'm like, is he just protecting his family, or is he actually like, struggling with his sexuality or whatever?
You have to wait and find out.
I guess, but I'm just like at this point right now. I'm like, what the fuck is this,
man? Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
He's a crazy motherfucker, dude.
He is. Yeah,
he just like beats the shit out of that dude. He's like, you raped my girlfriend.
Yeah, and because there's a season 2, it literally just gets more crazy. You know.
But you know what's crazy is that the dude that was getting beat for not raping the girlfriend,
yeah,
he never admitted to
having consensual sex.
Yeah,
yeah,
for banging her in the pool normally.
Yeah,
he never admitted to it after getting beat.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah, that's the worst part of it.
He held his ground. He held his ground.
Yeah, he did. Which is like what you should, man. That's crazy.
Nuts, dude. If anyone ever is like in your house with a baseball bat or anything, never start backing up and pleading with them. You have to attack them as hard and as quick as you can and try to get out of there. You can't just be like, no. They fucking love that shit.
Yeah, no. I'm going, depending on where I am in life, I'm stripping down naked. I'm going full attack mode. No one wants to fight a naked person.
You're just like, we're fucking.
Absolutely. I'm like, it's on. You're in my house, pants off. You know?
Yeah.
You get the shock factor.
That might work.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like,
that's a really old
it might work if you like, if they're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're like, daddy. And then you just start taking your clothes
off. If
I
saw someone in my house, underwear off, it's fight mode.
I'd be scared to get my like dick chopped off or hurt.
I mean, if you're gonna get shot, it's gonna go through your clothes. So
I know that, but it just scares me having my dick flinging around when I'm trying to fight someone because I feel like it's gonna get cut or hurt or smashed.
Yeah, but you know,
and they can aim easier.
The shock points that you get.
That's true. They might just be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly. That's that half a second where they're going, "What the fuck?" That's when you're clocking them in the head.
And if you can make it to the fridge and slather yourself in butter, they won't be able to hold
or mayo.
They won't be. Yeah, mayo.
Yeah.
They'll be like the deaf dude on Family Guy. You can't catch me.
Then it turns into something way weirder because then the cops show up and you're covered in blood and butter.
Blood and butter. That sounds like a rap album.
Yeah, blood and butter.
Yo, blood and butter.
Blood on the butter. Yeah.
Blood on the butter. Dude, that's what when you fuck a girl on her period.
I think Blood on the Sand was a 50 Cent album or a game or something.
Yeah, blood and butter. It's when you cream pie a girl that's on her period.
Oh, no.
Blood and butter.
No.
Oh.
No, that's a... Oh, no.
With the number one... That's the number one hit album with a single called Get the Towel.
Yeah.
Get the Towel.
Yeah. With the bonus track called... I shouldn't have called her. I'm just like, you know, the post nut clarity.
Yeah, that's true. That shit's crazy.
Oh my God.
What else do we have besides TV?
Man, I don't know.
Has anything happened else? Like, oh, my mom's starting treatment.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry to be the follow-up episode to my first appearance on YouTube, which is probably the saddest episode you guys have ever had.
I know, so sad. But then she started chemo on Monday.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's last Monday she started.
How's it? I mean, obviously it's not easy, but how's it going?
I'm sure. I talked to her like 2 days after she did it, and she didn't sound too bad yet. But they said like once you get the infusion, you kind of feel fine, and then over the next 2 weeks or so, or like few days, you start to feel worse and worse and worse, and then it starts to get a little bit better. And then by week 3, you should feel like almost better all the way.
Yeah.
And then that's when it's time for your next infusion.
Well, you can tell her that you have a friend named Spinner who beat testicular cancer.
Oh, yeah, Spinner, bro.
Yeah, man.
From Degrassi.
He beat testicular cancer. They just popped a nut out and he was good.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so it's in her lungs, in her, like on her spine and hip. And I think it originated in one of her like female reproductive organs, which I don't know which one.
Okay.
But
that is not
yeah,
good.
It's not good.
But damn, man.
Definitely not good, but she has like a really good doctor. And I don't know, like all the people at the doctor's office say she's like one of the best doctors in the state or
That's
city
awesome.
or some shit. Which is great.
That is awesome, man.
So we'll see.
Do I have time to lighten the mood with a really
yeah,
funny
we're good now. We can skip
weed
that
story?
I just never updated anyone.
No, yeah, that's true. Sorry, I didn't want to. I don't want to linger on it too long. So.
If anyone cares, that's the update. All right, weed.
There you go. Yeah, so I occasionally partake. You know where we are.
Occasionally,
it's legal.
Like a few times a day.
Yeah, but no, I mean it is occasionally.
Do you do it every day?
Huh?
Do you smoke every day?
Depends on the day.
Oh, that's so no.
What?
I didn't say you smoke every hour.
No, I don't smoke every day. There was a while where I was, but not currently.
You're like, I didn't smoke till I was like 14. There was a lot of days I didn't smoke.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of days. No, but so we were at home, me and my significant other, and we were partaking.
Dale.
Yeah, Dale. No, not Dale. But we were partaking, and we were partaking in the smoking. And she was watching a TikTok, and it was a TikTok that it was like a cool update about something. Like we caught the first glimpse of a star that was like so many light years away that this was the first time we were capturing its light for the first time. So it was
like it just showed up in the sky.
Like it was the Hubble telescope that went out so far that we were able to see it. So it's out way further than we're ever going to be.
Coming.
No, the we're here. The Hubble telescope's going this way,
right,
away from us and photographing stuff that's way out there.
Right, but eventually that star's light will reach us.
Yeah, I guess so. I think that's how it works.
So like in however many years since the Hubble took off.
Well, that's the hang on. So that's the thing.
Okay.
Let me explain this because it's so silly. So the part of the TikTok that confused her was that the person in the TikTok said by the time the light of that star has reached us, it's most likely the star is already gone because that's how time and space works and things like that. And she was like, I just don't get how, how light years work. So we were kind of talking about like looking it up and like joking about it.
Get it? Okay.
So I told her like, that's the whole idea of like sci-fi, like Star Wars, they go into like slip space, hyperspace, all that stuff. The idea of like instantaneous travel. So I told her if we had the travel from Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever sci-fi of your choice, if we had that, if we saw that star out there, we could zip up there and see it. And she was like, well, if the star's gone, if we get there, aren't we going back in time? And I was like, you just stumbled upon Einstein's theory of relativity. Well, she somehow stumbled upon it almost perfectly.
Kind of, but you wouldn't go back in time to the point where that star existed. Like if you got there, I think the star would actually be gone. But that light is still traveling.
Right. But I guess like if we were on, I guess you're right because it's so far away. But yeah, I guess if we were on Earth and we saw things around us, I think we could still go there and see them. Instantaneously, they would still be there.
The ones that you can see now.
Yeah.
I think so. But I'm talking about if there's a star that we're just getting the light from.
Yeah.
And it's already burnt out. Mm-hmm. But that light, we can still see it because it's still coming. And it's been coming for so many years.
The idea that by the time we see it, it's already burned out is because that's how long it takes the light to travel to get to us. So that by the time we would ever see it, it would already be gone.
Right. But what I'm saying is so we can see the star in the sky.
Terrible. Yeah.
It's already gone.
Okay.
But we're still getting the light, so we can still see the light.
Okay.
But if you were to actually travel to where that star was originally, there would be nothing there. If you could travel instantaneously.
That's true. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't actually travel back in time and the star would still be there.
Right.
Because you'd be passing all that light and shit.
That minor detail aside, I was blown away by the fact that we were both like a little bit under the influence, and I got her to explain somehow we stumbled upon like essentially the theory of relative time, that if it's 8 o'clock here and if we had faster than light travel and I could go to that planet up there, I could get there in an instant, it would be 8 o'clock up there too. Because we would have to move to like a galactic time scale.
Instant? Oh.
Yeah. That's the idea. Because no matter where like you are, if you're communicating with someone, it's the same time. Right?
Is it?
That's the whole idea behind the theory.
I don't know. It's so confusing.
Yeah. All right.
Because Einstein's theory of relativity.
Don't ever look it up. Don't fact check us. Don't tell us in the comments how stupid I am.
Because time actually changes on distance. Like I was watching a video and it was saying if you had a clock at like on Earth.
Yeah.
And then there was also a clock like way up. I forgot how far he said.
Okay.
I think he said like at the moon.
Okay.
And you had like one of those clocks that's like perfect. I don't know what it's called. Some kind of perfectly moving clock. That
one of those perfectly moving clocks. Absolutely.
One of them would move faster than the other. I think the one up top, the one that was higher would be like ahead by like a very small fraction of time.
Okay. Because they're in different places.
Yeah.
I see.
Because like space bends time.
Okay.
Or some shit.
See, now I don't have the information in front of me, so I'm starting to doubt myself. So
I'm
going to immediately back out of this.
If you get me a pen and pencil, I can do the formulas for you.
All right.
Just kidding.
We can get...
If you think I could do those formulas when I was like a clock thing that is good at time.
Yeah.
But I can somehow do the formulas.
Yeah.
On how time works.
I just think it's hilarious how like if you ever do partake in like being under the influence of marijuana, I guess, if that's your thing, like sometimes the high thoughts that you can get into it is so funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It makes you
some
think.
Weird like thought wormholes you can go down.
Yeah, you can. And then I think the paranoia is when you go down those wormholes about things that you don't like about yourself.
Absolutely.
Or if you're just thinking
Can't do
like,
that.
I'm going to get caught about something, you know?
Yeah. That was you.
That was me because we would smoke when we were younger and my mom would either be home or like be coming home. Usually it was at night and she'd be like sleeping.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's going to wake up. She's going to wake up. And she's going to come see me and I'm going to be fucking in trouble. And I'd be super paranoid.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if I smoke too much,
I start.
Well, I don't get paranoid that someone's going to catch me because no one gives a shit and I can do whatever I want.
Right. Because you're an adult.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. I'm an adult man. I don't live with my mom.
Yeah. Somehow we didn't. Yeah.
Now I get weird paranoia or I get these thoughts about things that I think I should be doing better in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm
you get
fucking
existential
loser.
A little bit.
Yeah. I should be doing this. And then like, I won't even eat junk food when I'm super stoned because I'm like, oh, I should be like trying to get more gains and like,
no,
it'll like scare me from the food. I'm like, oh, I should eat some chicken and go to bed.
I mean, there's something to be said for that mindset. It's a very like, that's a very like, I guess, I don't know, like a conditioned mindset you have. But I'm always just like, life is short. I'm gonna have a snack, you know?
It's because that's like part of my life goals and stuff, like with just fitness and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when I smoke too much,
that's something to look up to though, for sure. That
some
type of
people.
mindset.
Because the weed makes you hungry sometimes.
It sure does.
And like before I'll smoke, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want a snack. But then if I smoke too much, And then I'll be like, I can't eat junk food. I'm going to fucking never reach my goals in my life and I'm going to be a loser forever.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, I need to apply for a better job or some shit.
So you're still paranoid, just in different ways.
Yeah. I'm paranoid about like becoming a loser.
You swapped out the paranoia of getting caught smoking marijuana with the paranoia of like existential life.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll get deep into like things I don't like about myself or fucking.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Now you
which might be good.
Yeah, but when you're thinking about all those things, you got to balance it out with thinking about all the good stuff, man. There's lots.
There's a lot of good stuff in my life.
We live in the same time period as internet porn.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, I was going to talk about that. So like not porn, but or we could talk about porn. But so our generation, I don't know, a lot of generations probably say this, but ours and like, a few years ahead of us and a few years behind us, we went through like the craziest technology changes.
Yeah.
Cuz like when we were born and we were first like in elementary school and stuff, we didn't have cell phones. Like they existed, but no kids had them.
Well, not when we were young.
Yeah, not like there was like before flip phones. It was just like Nokia and all that, and almost no one had them. And then so all we had was house phones. We didn't have texting. We didn't have internet. I barely had cable because I was like super broke, and I had like basic cable, like 12 channels or whatever.
Yeah, for the longest time, I didn't have anything either.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't have like all this input all the time.
Yeah,
And then we got a little bit older. We got cell phones, like texting ones. So all we would do is text fucking people, dude. Like text.
Yep.
And that was like my hobby, Yeah. And then came the iPod Touch.
The sideways flip one.
Yeah. And then came the iPod Touch. So I had my phone and my iPod Touch, which was basically my first iPhone. You just tape them together and same shit.
Yeah. You mush them together.
Yeah. And then I had like Wi-Fi. I had to literally like steal it from the neighbors if they had it or like walk somewhere else and use it.
Yeah.
And so then I found like YouTube, and that's when I started watching like bodybuilding videos and stuff. And I was like learning how to work out and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was probably 14. And then we got the actual iPhones, and then, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember being super, super young in elementary school we had like computer lab, and they were showing us like what floppy disks were and how they work and like how to put them in the computer. And it's like that we went from that when we were young to now, like everything we have now. Yeah, we've gone through quite the change. But like I feel like everyone feels that way because everyone that's alive now has gone through that change, except unless they're like super young.
That's true. If they're older, they went through that change even more.
Yeah, if like the people that I feel for like the older people though, because some people don't know how to use like the iPhones and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're so like ubiquitous now that you feel like a loser if you can't use one.
You know what the thing is though? Like I feel like if you wanted to learn to use one, it's not that hard.
It's not, but when you're an old person,
they're just giving up. They're like,
the new technology is like really like it doesn't come as easily. So.
I think it seems like it's too much, and it seems like it's way too hard to use. But actually, computers have only gotten more user friendly.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's why like kids are just stuck and use them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like little kid can do anything on a computer. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like I see the kids now like on the laptops with the little nipple trackpads, and they're like all over. They're like navigating. I'm like, I couldn't even use those when I was a kid.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can't use those. It's crazy.
I'll close with a funny story about Lily when she worked at Best Buy.
Okay.
She worked at Best Buy for probably like 5 years, and she was in the phone department selling the cell phones. And this black lady came in one time, and I'm pretty sure this is a racist thing. Like the word I'm going to use, it's not the N word, but she used it. So there was this thing called a jitterbug phone.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think it had like a few buttons on it. It could only call like a few things.
Yeah. It was I think so. Yeah. It was like a really simple, easy to use phone for like elderly people.
Yeah. Super easy to use. So she walks up to Lily and she's like, "You got one of them jigaboo phones?"
Damn.
And I always say that to Lily now. I was like, you got one of them jigaboo phones?
Oh, no.
It was so funny, dude.
I don't know if you can use that. You might have to bleep that.
Nah. People know. I'm not like calling someone that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it means, honestly, but I know it's like a racist term.
Man. So that's like one of her favorite Best Buy stories or what?
That's one of my favorite ones.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I heard some crazy stuff when I talked on the phone with people when I worked at the bank. I had a lady one time tell me that I never asked, but she gave me her opinion anyway. She told me that Obama should get strung up and shot And I was like, lady, I'm just here to tell you your balance.
She said that on the phone?
On the phone to a complete stranger. Yeah. I have no clue. That wasn't even the weirdest thing I ever heard. I got picked up on by swingers one time.
Really?
Yeah. I never told you about that?
Nah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, not that time.
Huh?
Not the phone one.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was crazy. With the swingers, a couple called me like right when I was getting off work, and I was like, we're getting ready to go home.
Yeah.
And they called me. I could tell it was going to be like a long call. And the guy was calling to get like his info, like his bank info. Mm-hmm. And he was on the Bluetooth of his car, like in his speakers.
Yeah.
And like he was talking to me, and like towards the end of it, he goes, "Hey, my girlfriend thinks you sound hot." And I was like, "Oh yeah?" And he goes, "Yeah, where do you live?" I was like, he's like, "You live close to California?" And I was like, yeah. And he was like, "You want to buy a plane ticket out here?" I was like, no, I can't. And I was like, I can't add. And he was like, "You should add us on Facebook." I was like, "Nope, not going to do that." And so, but I was looking at his bank account though. They were very well off.
Dang, dude, I would have done it.
I know. Caitlin tells me I should have probably done it.
You should have been like,
should have put out for these old swingers or something.
Mr. Walker, I'll be there in the morning.
I know. I should have wrote down their address.
That would have been good, dude.
No, that would have been really illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal, yeah.
But yeah, that wasn't there. I have so many weird stories of people. I talked to who's the crazy not the crazy. Sorry, it's a bad start to this story. Who's the political lady from Alaska that they make fun of?
Sarah Palin.
I talked to Sarah Palin on the phone once.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was her banker.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think. Hey, Sarah, I think you were in a bad mood that afternoon because you were a little short with me on the phone and I wasn't able to assist you. So sorry about that. I had to forward you over to someone else.
Dang.
But yeah, I got to talk to her.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. I got to talk to her about one of her business accounts.
That'd be funny if you were actually talking to a scammer and they were like tricking you guys.
No.
I'm sure it was her.
I recognized the voice right away. And then she told me the name and I was like, this has got to be a joke, right? And then like all the info came up and I was like, there's no way. And like everything started to populate and I was like, oh my God, it's actually
this person. Crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I did talk to a guy one time. He was, I think he was someone related. He was someone working for LeBron James and he needed like a card done because LeBron was trying to buy his friend a present.
Yeah.
And he needed like the card limit like upped. Yeah, it's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's sick. So you talked to some famous people?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't talk to LeBron, but
yeah, I know.
He didn't invite me to Space Jam 2.
Damn.
His banker. No.
All right, we're running out of time here. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and remember, if you can get us to 2,000 subs by July 1st, 2022, this dude will get some kind of tattoo chosen by you guys.
Absolutely. So make it happen.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Send it to your friends if you want that to happen. And we'll see you in the next one.